supposed to be your friend. How?
Clock it.
Stop the Bren's a liar, manipulative, dangerous. Stop.
Clock it.
I really don't know what you do for a living. You're right. What do you do?
I wanna know that. Okay. I really want to know that.
I do your job.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keep, and I'm back with another video. And today we're gonna be talking about the Real Housewives of New York City reunion part 1. And I just want to go ahead and start by saying this: we already saw the finale, so we all have the opinion of Bren. I've been looking on social media and seeing everybody's comments. I think that we can hold someone accountable and also have sensitivity to the topic, because a lot of the conversation that's going around is basically, and mind you, I do feel like it's Bren's fault, but a lot of the conversation is basically denouncing that she has ever been SA, and I think we shouldn't go that direction and just hold her accountable for being a lying ass hoe, right? But y'all, like, comment, subscribe, let's get into it.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the.
Yesterday was my sister's birthday, and when I tell you, we had such a beautiful time. Amber, I love you so much, and wish you nothing but the best. So, you know, when I say all the girls look fab. All the girls look stunning. I think my favorite two are, actually, my top 3 looks are Raquel, Jessel, and after that, I think Uba looks stunning. But you know, Andy introduced all the girls. You know, Erin is pregnant. You know, shout out to her, and Abe. You know, they did their big one, literally. But the reunion opens up with, you know, Jessel and Sai. And like I said before, they had the conversation about Pavitt, and Sai is really on her soapbox saying that he called me a bitch. He over here called me bipolar, and that was so triggering for me, which I understand that.
It was a trigger for me. It was very, very offensive to me. And I know I have this hard exterior, but that, I have my limits too.
My mom suffered for a mental disorder, and you know, calling her that is triggering, right? I mean, that's all a fact. But I think with Sai is you can't try to absolve yourself from accountability for you literally called him Dory, right? So he took offense to that just as much as you took offense to him calling you bipolar and a bitch. You want an apology, but are you willing to issue him an apology? Because I could have sworn all of this stemmed from you alleging he was going overseas to fuck other girls.
Not that it's apples to apples, but he also feels slighted by you know? So, how so? You implied a couple of things.
Vietnam to get laid.
Right.
So how are you now absolved from any type of accountability that you can't issue an apology? And I think that's what Jessel was saying. I just wish Jessel would stand a little bit more firm on that, because yes, Sai is your friend, but Pavitt is your husband. He's the love of your life, as you say. So if that is the case, I don't care how you feel in this moment, because I'm taking my husband's side. If he felt disrespected and he came at you, yes, he can apologize. Yes, he can apologize. But you owe him an apology too. And that's what I would have told Sai. I was like, yes, he could apologize to you all day, but you owe him an apology too, because you threw out accusations that he was over here fucking other girls, and you alluded to the fact that he was doing that overseas instead of him over here just wanting to eat food. Like, oh, why would he just go over there just to eat a sandwich? Girl, 1, he got the money, and 2, he can do it if he wants to. So I just feel like with that, and I'm happy that Sai was just like, okay, cool, whatever. You know, she didn't really drag it on, but for her not to talk to him or talk to Jessel about it this whole fucking season is crazy. Girl, if you was over here really going through about the situation, speak up. Speak with your chest. Say what's on your mind, right? So Bren was damn near the topic of this first episode, and her and Sai getting into it because of the whole situation where it's like, I don't like Jenna comes up.
Who here heard Sai say she couldn't stand Jenna?
You've said things like that.
And Bren is basically saying that Jenna said that Bren said it. My whole thing of this, and I said it before, Sai, the smoke that you have for Bren should be directed towards Jenna, because Jenna was the one that was being messy in the situation. Sorry. She was. And you gave her a pass because you said that she was old. Oh, what am I doing? Fuss out this old woman because she just switched it up and lied? Yeah, she's on the show. You need to hold Jenna accountable. The fuck? So my whole thing is, regardless of the fact of the semantics of the word, Sai, you still said you don't fuck with Jenna. So where are we really coming at? Because now you're just like, oh well, what I said, well, girl, I don't give a fuck.
You know that. I never said I hate Jenna.
She didn't say the word. I've never heard
she's not for me.
I've never heard the word hate.
Definitely said she's not for me.
You mentioned things to me.
It still was negative what you were saying, and you still had to apologize to Jenna in the end, regardless. So, I mean, I'm confused because you're saying like, well, I didn't say I hated her. I just don't. She's not my type of girl. I don't see it for her. Girl, those words are in the same family as I don't like you. The fuck. But then her and Bren start going back and forth, and Sai's like, Bren, you're a fucking liar. You're a liar. All you do is lie.
I told me that last year to Aaron. I really don't know what you do for a living. You're right. What do you do? I do your job.
And then Bren talk about, for 5 weeks straight, you and Aaron called me so many names. And I'm like, Bren, I really don't give a fuck about the motherfucking tears, bitch. Because at the end of the day, your ass, we have receipts of you been lying. I don't give a fuck. To be honest, I really don't. Because at the end of the day, you take one situation, you spin it, and then you become the victim. Whereas like, we don't talk about the reason why Aaron and the reason why Sai cussed your ass out at that party.
Oh, the Jess Lewis thing. You are threatening to hard now. You know how hard it was for me when I was actually going through. So yeah, it was kind of triggering.
You came in there, you spread some mess, all this stuff happened. Sai came to talk to you, Aaron came to talk to you, but then you wanted to leave your own party, just like, oh, I'm not doing this. But then, don't get me wrong, Aaron did call her names. But girl, you were starting mess. Like, what are you talking about? And Jenna, you were starting mess too. Jenna, I'm trying to tell y'all, Jenna really need to be, they need to be on Jenna head top. Because Jenna, you've been starting mess this whole season, and you've been sitting back.
No ma'am.
See this text message about carbon monoxide? I don't know. And Sai's just like, yeah, you text me about carbon monoxide, saying that you'll take the air out of the room, suffocate us, do this if you come against me.
The worst thing you guys have on me for text messages is something I said about myself. It's something I said about myself. I said that about myself.
All this stuff. So Bren's just like, yeah, I'm saying that about myself. I'm saying about myself, but y'all over here talking about me, segueing from the whole conversation about them calling her names. But I'm just looking at Bren like, girl, I mean, what is this proving? Like, you just want to just cry this whole time. And at this point, the tears ain't fucking working. I don't think anybody gives a fuck about them fuck ass tears. I'm sorry, Bren. Like, for me, empathy, I can have empathy for the situation that's about to come up, but everything else, she needs to be held accountable. She needs to be held accountable. And I feel like they're doing a great job of doing it too. Everybody was on her head. So Andy talks about Bren's trauma. And for me, like I said before, I feel like two things can be right at the same time. And I could show compassion, sympathy, and empathy for a person because they went through something. So Andy basically brings up what happened with the whole, your essay. And she basically says that, she knows the person.
Can you just keep going?
Was it someone you knew?
Someone who's courting me.
Someone who was courting you? And
she's trying to get through mentally the situation. And there's no time frame on trying to get through something like that, And my heart goes out to her. My heart breaks for her. And looking over on the other couch, you see Uba shedding tears for her. And I like the fact that, and I think Uba is a genuine person. Even though, like I said before, this season Uba tore my fucking nerves out. But I don't think Uba's not a genuine person. Like, she genuinely cares for Bren. But Bren did something that I feel like could have seriously damaged and hurt Uba personally, professionally, and within the friendship, right?
Have you spoken to this person since?
I see him.
You see him?
So, Bren is discussing, she knows the person that, basically did it. And they're like, okay, well, why don't you, why don't you go out and like go to the police? Aaron was like, you should go to the police. And like they're saying, I think Andy and Jenna said it best, is people, when someone comes out and express that they have been taken advantage of, the world, the social media, the internet attacks them, and the victim has now become this fucking symbol to be attacked. Like, oh, why'd you wait so late? You're a fucking liar. You did it. And it's just like, instead of victim shaming and blaming,
Or people are right to say that they dress too much, sexual. They say it's like it actually puts the woman who is been offended on trial.
About you shouldn't have wore this, you shouldn't have that. You should. And mind you, we already know that there's people out here that have lied. We've seen the whole video of the lady. She over here said that she lied, that she got assaulted in college, and 20 years later, just like, I apologize. And me personally, I feel like if you are found out to have lied on someone about something that can ruin somebody's career just from an accusation, you should go to jail. Jail, literally. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's a serious accusation that could change someone's life just based off of an accusation. So my heart broke for Bren in this moment, because you could tell that she's still fighting through, all the things that she's going through. Like, my heart breaks for her. Seriously. We get on Aaron, and we see Aaron's package. She talks about having an abortion when she was in college, and Jenna spoke on it, and also Raquel spoke on it as well. And unfortunately, Aaron lost her father. The topic moves on to Bren and Jessel, and the fact that Jessel's basically saying that watching the show back with her husband, seeing what the ladies are saying, was disheartening, especially for Bren. Bren's supposed to be her close friend, and Bren keeps trying to make excuses, and she keeps making excuses and Jessel basically is telling her, because Andy was like, in Puerto Rico, y'all were outside talking shit about Jessel. It was, and basically there was a comment that was made about Jessel's husband, saying that basically he wasn't the love of her life, it was another man.
I was like destroyed. I called Uber and I was like, did I say that? Like, what the are you talking about?
And Jessel was just like, what have I done to you for you to sit here and say that? And I have to explain to my husband that's not true, and he thinks I'm lying. And she was like, the fact that you sit up here and spin stuff, you don't take accountability. And she's like, Bren's like, oh, I'm so sorry, baby. Like, no, bitch. She's like, let me get this shit out. You don't get to play with people's lives like this, lie about stupid shit, and then want to spin it. And then Bren's basically trying to be the victim in this whole situation. It's not working. Jenna's just like, the fact that you over here played around with her marriage is not okay. It's not right. There's nothing you can say. At this point, you don't even need an apology. You just need to sit here, listen, and just be quiet.
Bren's a liar, manipulative. Stop defending it. Just say Just stop talking. Just stop.
Because the fact that you ran with this narrative and went back and did this was horrible. And mind you, Aaron and Sai was talking shit too. But Bren, you brought up, Bren goes to a place where it's just like, at times she takes stuff and spins it for what? I don't fucking know. The question of on social media, Roni is casting, so please bring some rich people. But the question of Bren staying on the show is on the table. Should she stay? Should she go? I said it before. A part of me wants this bitch to be gone. A part of me wants her to stay and, have the girls do their big one. And then another part of me is, like I said, like conflict resolution. You want there to be some type of resolve from the situation. But being on a platform like this is a privilege. And does Bren deserve the opportunity to be on a reality TV show probably making 6 figures, the benefits of being on Bravo, millions of people watch her. Do she deserve that? I don't, and I can't answer that. That's for the fuck ass producers to answer. Like I just don't know. I can't answer that. Like I said, like I would love to see a reconciliation, and how would they move forward? Because this would be something, if I was in this friend group, I would be stumped. I'm like, how do we move forward with this bitch that I think is lying every fucking day? You know, I feel like this is going to make Bren have to, if Bren stays on the show, she's going to have to shift her position on the show from being the, oh my God, my sexual innuendo, oh my God, my titty. She might have to shift that perspective and actually be a real fucking person instead of a caricature that you see somewhere else. Like, I feel like Bren is trying to be a character on a show instead of actually living her real fucking life. But all the girls held Bren accountable. I'm happy for it. I think the only person that really didn't talk was Raquel, but I mean, like I said, Raquel, she still knew. But I'm happy that all the girls held her accountable. Period, point blank. But y'all, what do you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Butte. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a guy stop a jaw and break your ear here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around cause I excite ya. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This American all I really ask you for. Now I got to go. Got. Bye-bye.